Okay, hi. I haven't been making videos for ages. I've been busy and it's been very hot, and every night when I come home I have to sit and watch the Olympics. But I got this magazine called Time Out, and I was taken by this article, Does New York Make You an Asshole? And I've always said that the streets of New York are paved with assholes, okay? I mean, they're all over the place. You're stepping on them, you're banging into them. But this article tries to figure out if you become an asshole if you live here long enough, or if you're just an asshole and then you live here and you have more asshole-ish possibilities. But, the article just basically has a one side and the other side. One guy says, it can make anyone, even a good-hearted person, a bit of a dick. And the other one says, no way, assholes are all over the place. It's not just New York, and it's just that we're crowded, and so it comes out a little bit more. And it was an all right article, but they had some examples, and I think they didn't go far enough because, in New York, it does actually, if you are an asshole, you should actually move here because you have more opportunities. That's my opinion. You just have more opportunities to become a giant asshole. And I have noticed, a variety. We have the biggest variety of assholes. We have one of them that I call the occasional asshole, which is probably all of us. We've all been standing in the street yelling at someone. I don't have the tendency to be, that kind of person, but sometimes an incident happens and you're like, fuck you, and all of that shit. But there's the oblivious. This is a giant area. This is a big category. Oblivious assholes can also be called stupid assholes. These are the people that walk with their back to the traffic. They come out and they just sort of meander into the street. They don't even look to see if there's a car. You have to watch out for them. They're like babies. They're the ones that they chat. Oh my God, I love this. When you're in a coffee shop and they're chatting with the barista because they think they think they're in the Hamptons and it's cute, and or they're in a little Paris cafe trying out their French, and everybody's waiting online. They are the ones that text and walk, or read their phones and walk. Now this is 3/4 of New Yorkers, and they're completely oblivious. I happen to think they also are incredibly stupid. They have the phone in their hand. They can't navigate the world without having that device. We have also another category. These are the devious assholes. They're the ones that try to form a second line. There are two counters and there's one line. And they come in out of nowhere, you're all standing there, and they go up to one of the counters, and then when someone says something, they're like, oh, I didn't know. They're full of shit. Those are the devious assholes. They knew. They are also the kinds that they excuse me, as they're pushing you, they're pushing ahead of you, and they're trying to make it like they're just saying, excuse me, they're trying to be nice, but no, they're really just trying to push ahead of you. And what you do with that is you just tip out your foot and you trip them. It works all the time. They look back at you and they kind of know that you did it on purpose, but they can't do anything. See, I told you, they're occasional assholes, and I can be a big one. There are the death-defying assholes all over the place, texting and driving, talking on the phone and driving, texting and biking. This is also, they could be in a category of trendy assholes, because this is very trendy now to be looking at your phone, one hand on the phone, or even no hands on the phone, and you're texting and you're on your bike in traffic in New York. Okay? I love that. And texting while on the highway. The other death-defying ones are the ones we call it in New York City traffic, the cockroaches. They have to go in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. They save themselves about 10 seconds in their trip. The worst of all, my pet peeve. I have a lot of pet peeves. I could have a whole animal shelter of pet peeves. I call them the entitled assholes, also known as the fucking assholes. These are the ones that sit in the subway and they have their bag on the seat. And when the doors open and a lot of people come in and there are no seats available, they look up. They don't take the bag off the seat. They're going to wait until someone asks them. And then you have the timid assholes who can't really speak up and say, "Excuse me, can I have that seat?" So it's like sort of an asshole interaction that goes on there. They're also the ones, if you have a car in New York, you know that parking is impossible. These are the ones that take up 2 spots. They take up 2 spots, or they park just in 3/4 of a spot in from the curb instead of pulling up a little bit to leave a full spot. And that's because they always, if you look at these entitled assholes have really nice cars. And they're entitled to 2 spots because they don't want anybody coming a little too close to their car. Well, you know what? Move to the fucking suburbs. They also, this is getting out of the city, but, these are city people going on an airplane. They're the ones that put 2 bags. They put their carry-on luggage and their under-the-seat luggage up in the overhead, which means there's not enough spots. And someone, myself, winds up getting in the plane and you have to check your bag. And then you have Delta Airline, which is an airline asshole, which has, some kind of issue with their conveyor belt, and you have to wait an hour. But I think that really is like a good variety. I'm sure there are more, and so I'm going to keep my eyes out for, a little bit. I'm going to have like part 2 of asshole.